What's up, YouTube peeps and barbecue freaks? Thank you guys for joining me today. Today, I've got a whole chicken that I split in half, so I have two whole halves. I'm going to season these up and cook these on my, I'm probably going to do these on one of my pellet smokers just for the convenience. But what I want to do is I've got the competition bird shake from Uncle Steve. This formula is actually, so he has another competition bird shake. This one he tweaked up a little bit and sent me a bottle to try out. So we're gonna try it out, see how it goes. Now I'm gonna use this on one half. On the other half, I'm gonna pick one of the many other rubs that I have for the other one. I'm not sure what I'm gonna use just yet, but when I figure that out, I will let you know. It's gonna be a very simple cook. Again, this bird is already cut in half, and we're just gonna season it up, throw it on the pellet smoker. We're gonna see if we can get that skin crispy. I'm gonna set it at 300, cook it the entire way at 300 degrees. I'll show you what I do to kind of help with that crispy skin, or to help ensure that it isn't so rubbery. So anyway, let me get these birds out. We'll get them seasoned up. We'll get them on the smoker. And we'll see how this rub turns out. So I'm really interested in trying it out. I like the way it tastes out of the bottle. I think it's gonna give us some great color. We will see. That video is coming up next. All right, so here are my chicken halves. These are actually chicken halves. Whenever I do a competition and I trim my chickens, the halves that don't make the cut for competition, I usually save them so I could cook them later. Kind of like today, I can either do a practice run, or if I'm feeling like chicken, I usually have a bunch of these left over. So I'm just gonna just using some parquet as a little binder. You don't have to use a binder. You can use water. You can use whatever you want if you like a binder. I personally like parquet as a binder for my chicken, so that's what we're gonna do today. Get this one. Again, on one of these, I'm going to use the Uncle Steve's competition bird shake. And kind of, like I mentioned earlier, change this formula up a little bit. And the other one I'm going to play around with and use a couple of different rubs. But I guess on this one, I'm just going to go the Uncle Steve shake by itself. I can already tell I'm liking the black pepper flakes and the color. So do that side. Come back with a little more butter. And let's give it a nice coating. This one I have not tried yet, the Uncle Steve's, the new formulation. So we're gonna see what it tastes like. Should get that wing. So there's that. And on this other one, I'm going to use some, wait a quick second. This other one, I'm going to use some fajita seasoning from Fiesta. This is one of those familiar flavors down here in Texas. I really like it on chicken. Actually, I use it on a lot of my meats. So get that bottom a nice coat in. Now I'm going to come back with some Chef Marito's chicken rub, chicken seasoning. These two are very familiar flavors down here. And then flip it over. Did I season this bottom side? Yeah, I did. A little more butter here. back with this fajita seasoning. I'm gonna get them seasoned up. I'm gonna let them sit for a bit. The pit is fired up. Again, I'm cooking at 300 degrees. It should be ready to go. So I'm just gonna let these sit for about 10 minutes. And then I'll get them on. There's that one. This is the Chef TITO'S. Now this one, this half here, I am going to add a little bit of black pepper, coarse black pepper 16 mesh to it as well, just for those pepper flakes. And then we'll get them on. So let them sit, go check on that pit, and then I'll pick back up once we get them outside. All right, so we got the chicken on. This is Uncle Steve's. This is the other one. 300 degrees. We're gonna check back in exactly 45 minutes and see how the bottom of that chicken looks. All right, 45 minutes in. Let's take a look at this. Looks like it's dry now. I'm gonna check the temperature. You always want to check it right where the leg and the thigh meet, at that joint. There's usually the most undercooked part of the chicken. But make sure you don't touch any bones so you get a true reading. It's 133. This one's coming in a lot hotter, 152. Let's do another reading. It's 139 here, so 130s, 150s. I'm gonna take some, I can't believe it's not butter, give it a spray. Take a look at that bottom side. Yeah, not looking too shabby. All right, I like that, so. I'm gonna flip these over. I'm gonna move them to the front here because it's usually hotter. Right here, turn them upside down to get that skin crispy. So, another quick spray, get this lid closed, and we'll check back in 30 minutes. All right, 30 minutes in, or another 30 minutes. Take a look. Got my thermopop. See all this juice in here. Do another temp. Oh yeah, 190. $186. Check this up, man. Yeah. These bad boys are done. So when I flip it over, I like that it kind of chars that skin, so it makes it a little crispy. It just tastes really, really good. So I'm gonna cut this off, pull these off, take them inside and let them rest for about 15 minutes, and then we'll cut into them and give them a taste. All right, so here's the chicken. Of course, we used a competition bird shake on this one, and then this was the other one that I was kind of playing around with. But look at that nice color. I can smell that char on there. Smells really, really good. This was gonna be more like the salty peppery side. Or I think this was gonna have a little more sweetness to it, but man, look at that color. That is beautiful. I'm liking the way that looks. So again, the Uncle Steve shake, I will leave a link below where you can buy some if you want. I don't get anything from it. but I know that he produces a lot of great rubs. He supports a lot of people, so let's show him some love. Get that out of the way. And again, this is the other one. Just some good old eating at home chicken. So let's get these cut up and see what they taste like. All right, so let's cut into these. I'm going to separate this leg quarter. Oh yeah, plenty of moisture. Do the same with this one here. Yeah. Let's take this leg off. Set the thigh aside for now. Let's see, let's take a piece of this breast meat. That's the Uncle Steve's. This is gonna be the other practice one I did. So it's not, I didn't inject or anything, so it's not gonna be like dripping with juices. The other thing about these is, earlier I mentioned that these are the pieces that I use, or that I don't use when it comes to comps. And that's because that breast meat has that slit in there where that chicken tender is. And that usually doesn't hold a lot of liquid. That's why I don't use them for the comps. But for eating at home like this, they're absolutely perfect. I'm gonna try some of that white meat and dark meat from the Uncle Steve's over here. And the same thing from this one. So, all right, let's give it a taste. All right, so this is Uncle Steve's competition bird shake. I like that. This is part of the breast meat. It's actually kind of moist, this piece here, so let's give it a shot. Oh yeah, I'm picking up the rub more there. All right, that piece there, I'm definitely picking up. It's got a little kick to it. If I look at the ingredients, salt, garlic, and spices as a third ingredient. Some black pepper in there. I'm definitely picking up the citric acid. It's not like spicy, but you can, there's like a little kick there. It kind of kicks in on the back end. Let's try the other one here. This is the dark meat from the practice run that I did. Oh man, that's just good backyard chicken. Peppery, salty. I could eat that all day. Part of the breast meat. Well, this is actually kind of moist too. Let's see if we can pick it up there some. So, see. Yeah, that one I probably could have gone heavier with the rubs. I'm picking them up, but for my personal taste, I would like it to be a little stronger. But it's that combination of the Chef Marito's and the fajita rub with that little black pepper on top. That's really, really good for, if you're cooking chicken at home for the family, friends, or whatever. That's some good stuff. So just to be clear, this isn't a this wasn't a comparison, one rub against the other video. This wasn't a comparison video of one rub against the other. I simply had two halves, and I wanted to treat one of them a little different. What I wanted to do is, one, try that Uncle Steve shake, which is really, really good. Again, I'll leave a link below where you can find some. And two, for those that, and I get asked this a lot, how can you get crispy skin? That's how I cook my chicken when I'm cooking it at home. That skin was not rubbery at all. I just pulled off some of the skin by itself off of the breast meat and tried that, and it wasn't rubbery at all. Now, it's not like crunchy. Had I left it on longer, it probably would have been crunchier, but it definitely wasn't rubbery at all. I like to cook it, as you saw, meat side up, bone side down, and then flip it over so that way that heat has a chance to hit that skin, melt that fat layer that's underneath that breast meat, and melt that away. That's gonna help that skin not be so rubbery. So when I'm cooking for customers or at home, that's how I cook my chicken, the way you just saw right there. So you still get that nice char on there, but it isn't like if you were doing it on a, let's say a Weber kettle or something over a direct heat. You don't have to worry about burning it, your skin tearing up, getting black, if you're using a rub that has a lot of sugar in it or anything like that. I like doing mine on the pellet smoker like that. One, it doesn't come out too smoky. Two, the skin is just perfect in my opinion. So that's how I do it. If you're wondering, give it a shot. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, leave it below. I truly appreciate you guys stopping and hanging out with me today. We will see you on the next one. Take care.